Hi, and welcome to Knit Deb's Nook. I'm Debbie, and I'm a yarnaholic. I knit, crochet, spin and sew, and other crafts. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Good morning. Warning, this video, there's a spoiler, an enabler alert. What I'm going to show you is going to make a lot of you want one. So I'm just warning you now that I try not to be an enabler, but it happens. Anyway, I've been missing in action this week. My head has been killing me. Today I'm functional, but my poor husband has had no meals this week. Dishes aren't done, laundry's not done. I can hardly do anything. So to get this done, this is quite an accomplishment for today. So I'll show you a few finished objects and acquisitions, and I'm working on one thing. I'm doing a test for someone, a crochet test, amigurumi. So I can't show it to you. I can show you what I'm working on because it shows nothing, but I'm doing a crochet test. So on with show and tell. Okay, first of all, I got my little bobble sheep done. I should have chose different colors. I can always make another one. Not the most fun. Bobbles take up a lot of yarn, but they feel so nice. But that's bobble sheep. So that's one. If any of you are on Facebook, you saw my cheese, my block of Wisconsin cheddar cheese. This is a pattern. I saw a picture of a block of cheese and I thought, I can do this. So I wrote up a little pattern. And it's nothing fancy. It's not perfect, but it's my very first. And eventually I want to make a big one to have a cheese head because, I live in Wisconsin. We're cheeseheads. So go pack, go. There's these little tiny mice. Someone shared on my Facebook that I should make these, and all of a sudden people are saying, I'll buy, and I'm like, it must be done with number 10 crochet thread because she had like 5 in the palm of her hand. So I went to and I did the followed the pattern. I thought, okay, if anybody wants mice, maybe I should look into this. So I did it with a size G hook and worsted weight, and this is the size of the head, and that fits in my palm. Where the 5 little ones, 5 fit in her palm. So I thought I'd give a start for this is the mouse head. I'll go with the little cheese here. This is what I'm working on, and half double crochet circle. This is that wonderful yarn, that Main Street yarn I got from DBNY, my big case of yarn. This yarn is extremely yummy. I'm telling you. It does tend to split with this tight of crochet, but you got to do tight for amigurumi so the stuffing doesn't show. But it is really soft. The Main Street, shiny and soft. Very happy. It's kind of shiny. Like I would compare it to, love this yarn, Karen Simply Soft. I don't have a lot of Karen Simply Soft, so I can't be sure, but it's nice yarn. I'm very happy with it. Figured it out, it's about 70 cents a skein because I got 14 bags of 5 for $1. Plus the shipping was more than the yarn cost, but it makes the yarn affordable. So that's that. Then I got my Interlacements Yarn of the Month Club, and she sent a little note. Happy July. This is our Tippy Toes yarn. It's great for socks, scarves, hats, and etc. Enjoy, Tracy. Interlacementsyarns.com. I've talked about her yarn club. I love it. She sent along a little little llama bag for putting, you know, your notions in. And there's a whole bunch of stitch markers in there, which is always fun. I love these little locking ones. So that was just a little fun in there. And here is the yarn. This is called Tippy Toes, hand dyed by Tracy Shu, 400 yards, 88% superwash wool, 12% nylon, hand wash or dry clean. And this is Soleil. Okay, should I take... I hate to take off the band and show you, but I have to. I just have to show you how beautiful this is. I'll put the band, when I wind it into a cake, I'll put the band inside. But this is Tippy Toes. Oh my. Isn't that gorgeous? This is a really nice thin sock yarn, which I will be, as soon as I show you my enabler, I'll give you another enabler alert before I get to it, but I'm going to be using up some of my sock yarn in the future. So that's my happy mail, my works and prod and finished. And now I'm going to pause the camera so I, see my garland? I'm in the yarn bingo. This is some gold yarn I got a few years back from Interlacements Yarns to make beaded Christmas ornaments. And I thought, took all the beads off. I had it all stranded to make one, and I just wasn't happy. So I decided to make this garland for yarn bingo. Isn't that pretty? So glittery gold. The camera doesn't do justice how glittery it is. Anyway, that's it. And I don't know if I showed you the snowman. He was a Christmas ornament for the bingo. So that's it. I'm going to pause the camera and adjust so I can show you what I acquired. So just prepared. You might be tempted. Here is my beautiful Addy Express king size circular knitting machine. I just got it the other day, and I've already been using it. It just is amazing. So I've got it already started, a project, but I just turn this crank, hold the yarn, and it knits. It looks a little shaky right now because I have it, a couple of the legs are on the area rug and two are not, so it wobbles a little bit. That one loud clicking noise is the counter. It automatically counts my rows as I'm knitting, so I don't have to manually count them. But this machine will make a hat in 30 minutes. I couldn't believe it, but I did a hat watching Wheel of Fortune. So that's my fun acquisition. And I love it so much. On Prime Day, if there's any specials, I'm getting the Addy Express Professional, the small one, the 24 needle. This is 46 needles. It can do adult size hats. It can do teen hats. You can do flat knitting with it. You just flip the switch and then have stoppers, and you can do flat knitting with it to, you can sew together things. So I got this from Hobium Yarn because they had a sale going on, and it was cheaper than anywhere else available, and it shipped from Turkey in 2 days. It was it had free shipping, and I saved hundreds of dollars other than buying it locally or on Amazon. They sent along these little raspberry buttons, sequins in the freebie. So this is from Hobium, and they sent a project bag. All you knit is love. So the case came. It was so well packaged that the Addie made in Germany. It's a very nice tool. It's not considered a toy like the ones at Joann's and Michael's are considered. I watched a bunch of reviews, and this is the one my husband and I both decided. My husband wanted me to have quality, not a toy. So this is the 46 needle. Comes with some spare needles and things inside. And on YouTube, of course, there are many, many tutorials. So what I've been doing, this is my first hat I made. And it is reversible. So it can be white with a pink brim, or pink with the white brim. So this is double knit for our Wisconsin winters. I'm going to find out where I can donate to homeless shelters. Made a blaze or hunter orange one. That's also double knit. It can be reversed, although you don't have to, unless one side gets dirty and you don't want that showing. So that's real. It's so at the cuff, it's like 4 layers, nice and warm. Then at Hobby Lobby, they had Fair Isle yarn on sale at the when they had their clearance. So I thought, oh my goodness, look how that knit up. It made it look like I spent hours and hours and hours knitting Fair Isle. This one's also reversible. So the pattern shows up really nice. So that one's skein. This one was knit from the Main Street Shiny and Soft. So I figure this hat, oh no, this was the Dark Horse. So that was 50 cents a skein. No, less than that. Five skeins for $1, but there was shipping. So it cost me 60 cents in yarn to make this hat and this hat. This one, this took up a whole skein, and that was probably $1.24 from Hobby Lobby. And my husband wanted a hat too, so he picked out the yarn. This one was the Main Street, and I'm telling you, this is so soft and nice to work with on the knitting machine. He loves it. It's double reversible, but that one probably cost me 70 cents to knit. And it cost me 35 cents because it only took a half a skein. So I am tickled pink that I'm going to be able to make hats for the homeless for pennies. So that is my fun for the week. I wanted to give a shout out to Penny at Penley-Annes Creations. I'll try to put a link in the description because she lets us know about these sales, and I was able to get all that yarn for so inexpensively so that I can do charity knitting. Thank you, Penny. And I wanted to do a shout out for Setta's Place. I enjoy watching Setta. I love watching Rosie Likes Crochet and the Canadian Crocheter. Oh, there's just so many. I want to try to give shout outs and try to link because you guys are becoming my friends and family. So I think that'll be it. I'm going to get back to finish this hat. So I have another one to give away, and I'll talk to you again. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and hit that alert button, so the bell, so you can get an alert when I do a new video. Thank you, and have a great day. You know, I forgot to tell you that the Addy Express Professional is a 24 needle knitting machine, and I'm going to get it for sock knitting. We've looked at the sock knitting machines, and they're quite an investment. So for less than $100, I can get a little hand-cranked knitting machine. Of course, my husband's already got plans on electrifying everything. He's such a gadget guy too, but he's thinking, and I did see that Margaret Olander, is that her name, Margaret? She had electrified one of her machines with an old sewing machine motor, so it's been done. But you get to cranking, and you're I'm gonna have a Popeye arm. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing. I have a lot of sock yarn because I was a sock knitter. I guess I should tell you a little history about me. In the 70s, I worked at a knitting factory. It was Wicker's Knitting Factory, which is no longer in existence. But it was located in Appleton, and I operated 12 circular knitting machines. Now, these machines were not small like what I have here. These were very huge. The size, I can't even remember what size, but I ran 12 of them. It took up a whole, that was 12 in a line. Each of us operators operated 12. And then we each had our own mechanic, or a mechanic that ran 2 lines, keeping our machines running. But the skeins of cones of yarn were all up on top, and that spun around. The base sat normal, like a sock knitting machine. If you've seen them, the base is permanent, and the top, the yarn goes this way. So I worked there for several years, went right out of high school. It was a good job, good paying for a woman in that day. And I believe when I left, I was making $4.25 an hour, which was high pay for a woman. That kind of ages me. But anyway, that's my history of knitting machines. So I have a couple of toy ones. One is a 1974 Mattel that my mom bought when I worked at Zwickers. She thought it was cute that I would have a little circular knitting machine. There's a price tag on. She must have got it at Goodwill because it was 89 cents. And I use that. It works. It makes just tubes, so it can make children's scarves. I've seen people make little clowns out of tubes and things like that. I one year made draft dodgers with it. And I have a little pink one that is a toy from the store, a more modern one. That one, I can only use DK certain yarns on it, otherwise it runs and skips. So that one's a finicky one, so that one doesn't get used much. And then I gave a Barbie knitter to the girls, my granddaughters, when they were little. Don't know if they ever used it, what happened to it, but I'm sure just because it was a toy, it probably frustrated them. So hopefully when my grandkids come again, I can give them a cranking job so I don't end up with a Popeye arm. So anyway, I just wanted to continue on with, I started my thought on the 24 Needle Express that I'll be getting hopefully Prime Day, which is on July 15th and 16th. They will have some kind of deal on it because that would be awesome. Otherwise, I'll be ordering from Hobian again, and then I'll have to add some yarn to that order, some of those beautiful yarns I've had my eye on. So, well, happy crocheting, knitting, spinning, looming, machine knitting, whatever you do, enjoy. Love ya.